I feel pretty fired up after taking the course.
I just feel like it's almost like Missions 101, just like the overview of everything.
It's designed to equip Christians with a knowledge of missions and a desire to fit into the missions world wherever God has them planned.
The classes are 2 hours, totally full with lots of good stuff.
It just opens up your eyes to see the Bible in a different way that you maybe have never seen it. These people are super smart and they know the Bible really well, and they just do a really good job at presenting the Bible in a way that you maybe never studied it before.
Each night is a different topic, just starting off with the foundation of what does the Bible say? What does that mean for me?
Matthew 28 talks about how we are called to bring the gospel to all nations and all people.
Some weeks you talk about God's heart for missions. Other weeks you talk about the history of missions. Other weeks talk about the different roles that you play in missions as a Christian, because we all have a role to play in missions.
Yeah, I loved the whole thing. I think especially because growing up in the church, I'd heard a little bit about missions, but not all of it, and just what it entails, how much work it is, but also how important it is. So I think what I took away was just the urgency of missions and the fact that I can be a part of that in ways here at Central, back home, but also like after college, what that would look like.
One of the most profound moments for me in the missions course was when a missionary was talking to us about the journey that it took to bring the gospel to a group of people in Russia who had never had the Bible in their language, never had like the true gospel shared with them, and how long it took for that to take place. And then he eventually had to leave, and he was worried that the work that he had done would all go to waste. And then he left, and he kept getting these letters of how the church was growing and growing. And I think that reminded me of how much it's God working in people's lives and not us, and we're simply tools that he uses for his purposes and for his glory.
To hear about other people's convictions and to see like how far they were willing to go, like people that were willing to lose their lives for the sake of just translating the Bible to their language, like crazy stuff. Yeah, it just made me think, like, do I have faith like that? Do I have a boldness in Christ the way that these people do? And just left me with a lot to think about.
Yeah, it definitely struck me when they started pulling out the numbers. Half the world is unreached, and that's so sad and so crazy.
The biggest takeaway is how important it is to share the gospel and spread the gospel, not only with the nations, but as well as just where you're at as well. I think everybody needs to hear the gospel, and the Bible is really clear about that this is really important. So
Yes, I absolutely think that you should take the missions course. I think that if you are someone that is anyone in any walk of your faith, even someone that's exploring faith and is just kind of new to it and doesn't really know, I think that it not only like talks about God's heart for missions, but it also just like explains understanding the Bible more and understanding the story of God and who Christ is. Also, it's just a wonderful time of communion and a wonderful time of fellowship with other believers, and that's always good.
yeah, people should take the missions course. It's really good.
It's 100% worth it.
You need to take the missions course. It will change your life forever.